Welcome again to another edition of G Live Service Talk. My name is Joraj.
And I'm Aaron G.
And we're back once again. You know, guys, the last 2 weeks has been a very interesting week because we've been covering about the topic of, can insurance actually make you rich?
Or richer.
There you go. So we were exploring some illustrations last week.
That's right.
But the week before that, we actually talked about the whole concept of how insurance can make you rich or richer. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, guys, I would like to recommend that you guys go back to the first video and watch that first before you come here. The link is down here. Click the link. It's only 8 minutes long. Watch it for your own benefit, and then come here to see the illustrations so that you can get a better understanding. Now, Aaron, last week we talked about a 30-year-old having a 150,000 medical bill and how he eventually will end up losing 650,000 bucks at his retirement. And that's mind-blowing.
That's right. And that is only from a medical perspective.
There you go. So today you're going to talk about a different perspective, right?
A different perspective.
Right.
It's the same coin,
right?
Different side.
There you go. So without wasting any time, Aaron, please take us through the next illustration.
Okay. Now let's talk about the same 30-year-old, right?
Right.
Now this guy got, let's say, cancer.
Right. Okay.
So as we mentioned in the last episode, he was able to muster 150,000.
Right.
He managed to scour here and there. He managed to pay the hospital 150,000, right? And at the expense of losing his retirement fund of 640,000, right?
Yes.
But the story doesn't stop there.
Okay.
The reason why, because he has other commitments like his house, his bills to pay, right? And not to mention if he has children, right?
There you go.
So you're talking, but expenses are to pick up. And when someone goes through cancer or heart problem, right? Different dietary, different medication. So it's going to be cost on cost. Correct. So now how do I show this? I mean, this is based on experience, right?
Right.
Okay. So he's 30 years old.
Right.
All right. So as time goes by, he's exhausted his. The first thing is he used his savings, right?
Right.
And then after that, if that is not enough, he uses his EPF.
Right.
Okay. Account 2.
Right.
Account and 2. Then you have what? Investments.
Right.
Right, maybe unit trust or whatever not. And eventually, if everything is exhausted, then you have to go to your property, correct?
Of course.
So all this, depending how long, because we know that cancer or critical illnesses is able to, sometimes it's short term to long term. So we don't really know, right? So anyway, so we're gonna do a projection. Let's say up to 60 years old.
Okay.
So now, let's say he had about 100,000 worth of savings.
Okay.
And this savings, right? Let's assuming that he put to FD. He just wants the money to roll over there, right? So this 100,000 is going to worth at 2% per annum, right? It's going to be at 60 years old a value of 181,000.
Oh, 2 years.
Because it's FD.
Okay.
So this is FD.
Small interest rate.
So it's something we want to talk about, right? But of course, we talk about investments, right? He put maybe into an investment like a unit trust or something like that, and that is able to give you a bit more. Let's assume that it is giving at 7% per annum.
Okay.
Right. So the same 50,000 worth of savings right now, projected to 60, it will be 380,000. Okay, now that's a fair bit, right? And then you have your EPF, right? So your EPF, let's say you need to withdraw from your EPF 100,000. Okay. And because there's an early withdrawal, right? And then of course EPF gives you 5%, right? So the same 100,000 at your retirement is worth how much? 432,000. Correct, Joe?
Okay.
And now, as time goes by over here, and as you exhaust your savings, your EPF, your investments, right? Last but not least, of course, your dear property, right? Now let's assume that property right now is at 700k. Okay. The current value is at 700k.
Right.
Let's say that it's running at 3% per annum.
Okay. 3%
per annum, right? So from 30 years old to 60 years old, it will amass roughly, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually 1.7 million.
Okay.
Correct?
Right.
So now, can you imagine, Joe? Because all this had to be liquidated, prematurely, right?
Oh.
You see? Because you need to finance, because you don't have a medical insurance, you don't have income protection insurance, right? So you solely have to insure yourself, right? So this is actually insuring yourself. I always tell my clients, if you don't have any life insurance or income protection or medical insurance, it's fine. You are still insured. The difference is you're self-insuring.
Yeah.
So how do you insure yourself? You insure yourself using your EPF, your savings, your property.
Right.
So when you add all of those things, it is roughly about 2.7 million. So that means there is a loss of opportunity gains or loss, of 2.7 million because of a premature liquidation.
Wow.
Right. So this is why I mentioned. I advise my clients, right, to have a life insurance, right, especially what we call an income protection plan, that is able to help you sustain all your commitments.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that you don't have to liquidate your assets to finance all the miscellaneous bills. So that's the reason why. Now, if with an income protection plan, you would able to have 2.7 million at retirement.
Amazing.
And if it's without, then we are talking about a minus 2.7 million.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's heaven and earth difference.
A lot of money.
So now you know why I'm saying that having life insurance in the long term will make you rich, if not richer.
That's right.
This is one of the.
Wow. Okay, so last week we looked at the medical angle, and today we are looking at the income protection angle.
It's what happens after you are discharged.
Right, because medical card doesn't cover your lifestyle.
Exactly.
The moment you leave the hospital, the medical card benefits actually cease.
Right.
And you still need to live, right?
Right.
You still need to pay your bills, right? Do you think the bank is going to give you a loan moratorium for a couple of years just because you can't work due to
cancer or heart or terminal illness or something like that?
You can't. So the idea here is, guys, with life insurance, your savings are intact.
Exactly.
It's ironclad.
Right.
So this is how life insurance can make you richer, right? In the area of income protection.
Exactly.
Guys, come to the end of the show. Next week, I believe we have one more illustration.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We have one more illustration to show you on how life insurance can make you rich or richer. Before you go, smash that like button, okay? Take care and God bless. Bye.
Bye.